Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing what if Naruto was the reincarnation of the Sage of Six Paths, part 7, okay? As usual, if you guys want to know what happened previously, please refer to my channel and watch the previous 6 videos and then jump back into the watching this video, okay? So you don't enter into spoiler territories, okay? Spoiler territories. But without further ado guys, I have talked too much crap enough, and knowing that I milked this water for long enough, so let's get into the part 7 to what if Naruto was the reincarnation of the Sage of Six Paths. Let's begin. Now where I last left off, Naruto, Sasuke and Jiraiya have entered back in the village, and they're standing where Naruto normally does in canon, when he points out and says, but he pretty much yells in excitement that he made it back to Hidden Leaf. When everyone sees Naruto, they all see that he is the Rinnegan, and that his skin pigmentation has actually changed more like a human pigmentation, where he looks more like Naruto's color as opposed to being fully white. And so they're buzzing out. Once they were used to seeing Naruto's red eyes, now they're seeing Rinnegan like that. What the fuck, or purple eyes. When Sakura sees them, she's really happy to see both Sasuke and Naruto, especially Sasuke. When Sasuke jumps down, he greets Sakura in like a real warm and loving manner, as opposed to his canon self where he's cold and a little like a bitch. And there's a reason why Sasuke like this, because Jiraiya is a sensei, and Jiraiya wasn't like Orochimaru. He didn't do what Orochimaru did, but Sasuke learnt a lot of different things with Jiraiya. Emotional content thanks to make-out tactics and all that shit, because he was with Jiraiya, you know. And Jiraiya pretty much did the same as Ken, he's just much stronger. So Sasuke now knows that he's way different. Just this state, he's just way different. And thanks to how Naruto was with Sasuke, he pulled him completely out of the darkness. Into the light. Like, he touches on his mind, but it's not the thing that consumes him no more. Getting stronger and protecting himself in the Hidden Leaf is the main duty that he wants to do. And not only that, revive the Uchiha clan in a way where he can, you know, get them all back. Well, in a sense, get them all back, revive the Uchiha clan in his own way, okay? And you'll see. But what happens is, they catch up, Naruto catches up with all of them, and he flies down. Everyone's still shocked to know that Naruto can fly. But what happens is, the long story short, they all go back to Tsunade, and when Tsunade sees Jiraiya and Sasuke, they buzz out how powerful. She buzzes out how powerful they are. Not only that, Jiraiya is really built. Tsunade notices that, because Jiraiya doesn't get the same injury he does in canon. When him and Naruto go into their time skip time from Naruto to Shippuden, because Naruto in canon, his 4 tails hurt Jiraiya, but because in this what if Naruto has absolute full control of the 9 tails, they'll never happen. So Jiraiya is physically fucking top notch, built as. And Tsunade can see this. She kind of blushes at how benign and powerful Jiraiya has become in Sasuke. But when Naruto walks into the room, this is what shocks Tsunade, seeing Naruto's purple eyes. She's like, the Rinnegan. And Jiraiya goes, and she's shocked, and Jiraiya goes, I'll debrief you later. And so what happens, well, she just goes, well, I see that your training has pretty fruitful there, Jiraiya. And he goes, yeah, these brats weren't that hard. I pushed them to the limit. Naruto, Sasuke, like, kind of laugh. And Jiraiya cracks up to them too, because they all have this understanding. And what's her name? Tsunade can see the difference in Sasuke. Sasuke is way more happy, not brooding no more. He's actually reminiscent to like how Itachi would be. Real awesome, but he can express emotion in a good way. And so what happens is, what's it called? So as Tsunade's talking to them, Naruto goes, why is Kakashi Sensei standing outside? And what happens is Tsunade, Jiraiya, Tsunade, actually Shizune and Sakura like, what? And Tsunade's like, how did you know? And Naruto goes, oh, you may not have noticed, Lady Tsunade, but I'm actually permanently in Sage mode, meaning my senses that are just ridiculous. I can sense all around Konoha right now. Tsunade said, what? And he goes, And Jiraiya goes, yep, And she goes, Sage mode? You are in Sage mode 24/7? Naruto goes, yep. And she baffled. Naruto's not only as strong as she is, well, to her knowledge he was as strong as she is, but he's in Sage mode now. Fuck, is incredible. Tsunade's like awesome. She's so happy that she's got Naruto there. He's the most powerful ninja and he's absolute control. And knowing that, Jiraiya goes, well, he goes, what do you expect from my students, Tsunade? And she looks at Jiraiya like, then Kakashi comes in and he goes, well, they're ruined the surprise. And Naruto goes, oh, I bet you you don't believe so. I bet you think that is the case, but I've got a surprise for you, Kakashi Sensei. He pulls his hand out and pulls the book out, and Kakashi's like, oh my gosh. He goes, Nani? Like shocked. Ah. Make out take this new book, and he's like at Ore. But unlike in canon how Tsunade stops him to get a hold of himself, Jiraiya is talking to Tsunade while Naruto's interacting with Kakashi. And when he opens the book, Kakashi's like at awe. Like he kind of, in his own way, brought to his own form of tears. He's like, "Thank you, Naruto. You're the best student I ever had." Like, and Sasuke goes, "Hey, idiot! I was meant to give that book to Kakashi Sensei, not you." And Naruto smiles at Sasuke like, and Sasuke, when did you pull it out? He goes, "I moved it out of your pocket while we walked in here." Sasuke's like, "Damn you, Naruto." So they're smart. They're laughing. Kakashi's like, put his hand on both. He's like, "You guys are the best students ever, greatest gift ever, make our tactics." Jiraiya's looking, he's like, yes. No one has their book yet. And then what happens is, Jiraiya tells Tsunade that Naruto and Sasuke are really powerful, and she goes, so your training with them is absolutely fruitful then. He goes, beyond imagining, Tsunade. Sasuke alone is more powerful than I am. And Tsunade said, what? And he goes, yeah, if I was to rank Sasuke, he'll be the top tier of all of Konoha without Naruto being here. And Sasuke smiles. Sakura's like fucking fangirl, hard out. She's like, oh my god, like so happy about that. And Tsunade's like, I see. Kakashi hears this, and he's like, and he can already he understands Jiraiya's word. And if Jiraiya says that Sasuke is stronger than he is, and no one in the Hidden Leaf comes close to his power alone, besides Naruto, they say something. Kakashi's like, fuck. And then not only that, Jiraiya goes, Naruto on the other hand, it's not a fight, Tsunade. If he wanted to, he can use your grandfather's power to engulf this entire village with trees, or turn them into multiple dragons that spew fire if he wanted to. All in all, Naruto and Sasuke, most powerful shinobi the Hidden Leaf has ever had. Like Sasuke's power right now, without the Rinnegan, all the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, you'll probably be able to match the old Madara, and Naruto can easily overpower your grandfather. And Tsunade's like, is that right? And Jiraiya's like, I may have not known their powers, but I can tell you right now, by the feats I feel and seen from these two kids, it's incredible, Tsunade. And Tsunade goes, okay then, very well. Well, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, I was gonna make you guys, put you guys up against Kakashi in a fight for the belts. I'll do the fight and belt test again with Kakashi to see where your skills are. But now that I hear that from Jiraiya, that you guys are this powerful, it's not the fact that I don't want to see it. We might want to keep Kakashi alive. And Kakashi's like looking at her like, really, you doubt my skill? But Jiraiya agrees. He goes, I so agree, Tsunade. That'll be a pointless endeavor for them. And Kakashi's ego even drops more. And Sasuke grabs Kakashi and goes, it's alright, Sensei. It's alright. So Kakashi's like, oh. And then Naruto goes, oh, by the way, Kakashi Sensei, how is your Mangekyo Sharingan eyes? And how is your eye? And Kakashi goes, better. I've been able to keep my Sharingan out all the time, 24/7, and I know that the chakra boost that you've given to my body has allowed me alone to always adapt my power and increase my use of Jidoris and the Kamui. And Naruto goes, about that, I worked out a way with Sasuke by evolving his eyes using my own chakra for my eyes. Sasuke went blind one time, started getting blind when we fought one time. So what happened is I placed my hands on his eyes and I healed them like I did when I do normal stuff, but what happened is Sasuke's eyes completely changed after I healed it. And Kakashi goes, what do you mean? And then Sasuke looks at Kakashi and activates his Eternal Mangekyo. Now, why I'm going to stay here as the Eternal Mangekyo, come on, this is Naruto, the reincarnation of the Sage of Six Path. He can do shit no one else can do. Like, come on, he's a progenitor of the fucking Rinnegan, Sharingan, okay? Come on. And for this what if Naruto's going to be able to do that, so Itachi doesn't need to rip his eyes out, you know? Same kind of thing, and you'll see it along. But now Sasuke has the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan when he activates it right in front of Kakashi, which shocks Kakashi and Tsunade and Sakura. So like, yep, Sasuke is beast. Like, yep, he's just really, really powerful. And then Kakashi goes, he takes his headband off and opens his eye, And Naruto goes, are you able to put some chakra in to activate your Mangekyo? And Kakashi goes, I guess so. He refuses something, but they're right in Tsunade's office, and Tsunade's just watching, and she wants to see what Naruto's gonna do. So when Kakashi does it, it takes him like good 10 seconds. But when he opens his left eye again, it activates into Mangekyo Sharingan. Naruto places his hand on Kakashi's eye, and then what happens is like a pulse of energy hits Kakashi, makes Kakashi's head fly back, like ricochets back from that pulse of energy Naruto put in his eyes, and his eye starts to burn to the point where his right eye tears up hardcore and his left eye starts to tear up. And Kakashi's like he's feeling like he's gonna scream in absolute agony thanks to this power that Naruto has placed in his eye. But what happens is after the power dissipates, Kakashi opens his eyes, and it's still the same Kamui look, but it's more like the Eternal Mangekyo. It's like Eternal Mangekyo version. He has the Kamui eyes, but it has 3 tomos in the middle, like a Sharingan. So that's gonna be his Eternal Mangekyo to that. Okay, guys, just I know what you guys are possibly gonna be thinking, like, oh really? But come on, my what if? How I want the things to go, and this will help in the future, okay? But only Kakashi has this ability, not Obito. Because Naruto kind of cheat hacked his eye. With the cheat codes, activate Mangekyo, yep, there you go. Naruto pretty much did that, and Kakashi's looking at Naruto and he goes, he's buzzing out. And when Kakashi goes to walk and thank Naruto more, his hand goes through Naruto and he falls over, so huh? And he sees this, he goes, what the hell? And Kakashi goes to reach back for Naruto, he goes through him again, and he's shocked. But when Kakashi deactivates his eye, he goes to touch Naruto, he goes, that's my highest power? And Naruto goes, pretty much, and Kakashi's shocked, like, that's his power, he's like, wow. And then what happens is, the Nine-Tail interrupts Naruto to talk with Kakashi, he goes, Naruto. And then Naruto goes, yes, Kurama, and his mind goes, that power Kakashi just displayed, that's the same power I sensed before, when your father was fighting, when I got pulled out of your mother. I can't explain to you, Naruto, but I remember that form that Kakashi just used. Keep that in mind, Naruto, okay, for the future. And Naruto goes, thank you, Nine-Tails. Thank you, Kurama. And he goes, anytime, old man. Naruto goes, oh really? I'm going back to that again? Yes, I'm the reincarnation of that old man, but I'm not the old man. And the Nine-Tails laughs, he goes, she's just happy, and laughs, he goes, okay, Naruto. See you later, old man. Naruto looks back, get back to the real world. And then what happens is Tsunade goes, he goes, okay, I agree, but what can you do with Naruto with your powers? And Naruto lifts his hand up, pulls Tsunade right past the table, instantly grabs Tsunade by her throat, and Tsunade's like shocked. Everyone's shocked, and Naruto goes, I can do that. And he holds Tsunade. Tsunade can't move at all, then Naruto releases her, and as he releases her, she flies back to her position where she was. And because Naruto pulled her so fast, Tsunade moved so fast with the desk flipped over and hit the ground, and Naruto caught her, so when you push Tsunade back, the chair lifted up and the desk re-lifted up around her, when Naruto placed it down, and he goes, I can do that too. Sakura's like, what? And by this time, Shikamaru and Temari walked in, and they see Naruto. When they see Naruto and Sakura, there's no denying that they all know who Naruto is. When Shikamaru sees him, he goes, Naruto, welcome back to the village. He looks right at Sasuke and goes, Sasuke. And Sasuke looks at Shikamaru and goes, Shikamaru, bows his head down. And then Naruto goes, like they're happy to see each other, and like everything goes the same. It's just when Temari and Shikamaru see Naruto's eyes, that's when they're like, what the hell's happened to their eyes? And Jiraiya goes, I need to know, and you guys don't need to know. But in a funny way, and Shikamaru's like, But they explain everything, and then what happens is Temari, Shikamaru, they all leave out of the Hokage's office after they do their dealings, and then Naruto goes to Tsunade. Well, Sasuke is not the only one that has gotten more powerful. He's even unlocked the Ryuji Sage mode, same as Orochimaru, but he's mastered it. Tsunade's like, so you're that powerful, eh, Sasuke? You even have an affinity, same as Orochimaru. And she's like, interesting, very interesting. And she looks at Naruto, what can you do, Naruto? And Naruto goes, are you right? Are you ready? Kurama? Kurama goes, yes, Naruto. Kurama puts his hands together, And Naruto closes his eyes, and as he closes his eyes, the gold aura of the Nine Tails envelops his entire body, and he goes into the KCN2 cloak. But when the stage mode occurs, and he opens his eyes, and he's in the 6-path stage mode. And this shocks. Well, sorry, he's in near 6-path stage mode. He practically is actually. Even without the Nine Tails and all that, he's the stage mode, Renegon, fucking 6-path stage mode, G. 10 tails, the full 9 tails, yep. 6-path stage mode, man. Naruto's. He stands there. Tsunade's at all with Naruto's absolute god power. The shows Sakura. Sasuke looking at Naruto and smiling. Understands that Naruto's just fucking. He knows how far he can go with Sasuke. Naruto, I mean. Dries impressed and goes, impressed, huh? And then Tsunade's like, Naruto has tamed the full power of the Nine Tails. And Naruto goes, correction. It's not the Nine Tails, he's actually Kurama. And Tsunade's like, you named the Nine Tails? He goes, Technically my previous self named him, but his name is Kurama. All the tail beasts have a name, and I'll write them down. Naruto pulls out a scroll, and he holds a pen out with his tail, using his 6-path powers, and he writes down the names of each tail beast: Shikaku, Matatabi, Isupu, Son Goku, Kokoa, Saike, Chome, Kyuki, and Kurama. Writes them all down and has them all the names down and puts it in front of Tsunade. And she looks at it, she goes, these, all of the Nine-tailed beast names? Goes, yep, it's their names, their designations. So if you'll ever see them or be in any of their presence, you talk to them by their name. And they'll be less of a cunt to you humans, to the humans. And ladies and gentlemen, oh, okay. And then what happens is, she assembles them as Team 7 and tells them that Sakura's gone stronger too. And Naruto goes, I can see that. I can see the track controls really well in her. When she's starting to slowly get the Byakugo seal on the head, slowly but surely Naruto can see this. And then what happens is they all catch up and they get dismissed for now. Okay, they get dismissed for now, so Naruto and Sasuke can re-evaluate being back in the Hidden Leaf. And what happens is when Sasuke goes back to his house and Naruto goes back to his house, Sasuke is not used to being alone, away from Naruto, or in the essence of being away from like a brother figure. And so what happens is Sasuke packs up the house that he stays in and he goes to move in with Naruto. And Naruto is happy for that to happen because him and Sasuke are used to hanging out. And that Sakura is happy too, so she got one single place she can meet up with both of them. And so what happens is Sasuke and Naruto share a house and they go to Ichiraku Ramen, they eat and they hang out, you know. And what happens is Sakura tells them that she's gone strong and that she wants to show them her strength without fighting. And Naruto goes, how are we going to show them that? And he goes, what about arm wrestle? Naruto goes, well, no thanks. No, not on me. Sasuke goes, okay. Sakura puts her head up, Naruto and Sasuke do the same thing. Pretty much an ensemble look upon how the Reincarnation and Lady Tsunade had their battle. Same kind of difference, okay? So when they go outside and Naruto lifts his hand up and an earth-style boulder comes in between the rocks, everyone, and this is just right outside Ichiraku Ramen, Sasuke puts his hands down instead of Sakura, and when Naruto goes 3, 2, 1, he goes begin. And as they do that, lightning chakra envelops around Sasuke, pretty similar to the Raikage, and Sakura's chakra does the same as Tsunade, and they make a massive shockwave around them, they cracks the ground and everything. Sasuke is putting all his energy into it, and Sakura can see that, and so is she, and like they're stalemating each other until the point where Sakura just overpowers Sasuke, and he knows this. And Sasuke can feel this too, and he like in his own way doesn't want to let his pride take over him. But he knows that if he loses Sakura, he's gonna be like look down as a weak man, and he doesn't want to feel that way. So what happens is, as his hand goes down, unlike the Raikage, how he made the space and then clapped it back, Sasuke goes into his form of Snake Sage mode and stops Sakura's hand at the very last minute. And then Sakura looks up, but this is only briefly. He goes in Sage mode and Sasuke instantly slams Sakura's hand back the other way. Same way as the Raikage did, but this is Sasuke using his strength. His Sage mode strength to amp it up enough, and he slams Sakura's hand down with brute force, and it pretty much goes the same. And luckily Naruto makes a wind barrier around the area, so the shockwave alone is only contained within the barrier. So when it's done, Naruto clears the area up, repairs all the damages of the area that they've done, and Sakura's like she's shocked at how powerful Sasuke is, but Sasuke is equally shocked at how powerful Sakura is, and basically Sasuke had to pull out one of his unique tricks that he has to fucking do so. And then Naruto also to them goes, wow, that was the mean, like they buzz out, Sakura laughs, like they all had a good time. They eat, they go to sleep, and they catch up the next day and do like a little training and sparring together. And that's what they do instead of fighting with Kakashi the next day and everything like that when they go into the bell test. None of that happens. So they're training and everything like that. But what happens is everything with Gaara and the Akatsuki is exactly the same, okay? Gaara's getting whooped by Deidara. Gaara rips off Deidara's arm. Deidara farts out bombs and pretty much wipes out Gaara. They capture Gaara and take him back to the same base where they normally do. When Konkoro sees them and gets caught by them, same thing, he gets beaten by Sasori, and the puppet grabs a piece of Sasori's clothes, so that happens. And so what happens is when they get the call to go to the hidden sand, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi are called up, and yep, they're ready. They go to the gate. When they get there, Tamara's waiting there saying that she's going, but there's her brother and they need to go. And Tsunade goes okay and sends them off. And as they're about to leave, Naruto goes, I have an idea. And he goes, what? And he makes a shadow. He for the first time in front of Tsunade, Naruto makes a sign to do the shadow clone jutsu, and summons a shadow clone. But the shadow clones are very, very powerful shadow clone. And with what Naruto and Sasuke call an independent shadow clone, that Naruto can either activate or deactivate at will, or that shadow clone can exist until Naruto releases it, but he doesn't need to concentrate on it. But what happens, Naruto tells Tsunade that he's leaving the clone here, and she goes, why? Well, don't you need to concentrate on the poof when you sleep? And Naruto goes, funny you say that, well this is what me and Sasuke call an independent clone, and not only that, me and this clone share a visual connection. And Tsunade said, what? And he goes, the clone will see everything I see through my eyes, and I will see everything. So, and when Naruto stops, the clone talks to Tsunade. So when you hear me talking like this to you, Lady Tsunade, she looks right at the clone, and then the real Naruto goes, I understand exactly what's saying, because I'm pretty much talking through and seeing everything. Tsunade's shocked that Naruto just did that. Absolutely shocked. And she goes, wow, what a useful tool. Okay, then Naruto, and leaves the clone then, and what happens is Sasuke remarks to the clone, you're just lucky, eh? Don't go to Ichiraku Ramen without saying clone. And now Naruto and Sasuke have a relationship, a close brotherly friend relationship, where Sasuke knows all of Naruto's ins and outs, and because Sasuke has an in-depth, intimate relationship in the sense of knowing how Naruto's clones work, he can mock that clone, and knowing that the clone Naruto, and it's pretty much normal banter that Sasuke's used to being around with Naruto. Because Naruto always had to go and do things, so Naruto left the clone to train with Sasuke a lot back in their training, so yeah, he's used to this. But what happens is they leave, the clone Naruto stays with them, and the team leaves, of course, and as they're making their way, Naruto goes, it'll be easy if we all could fly there, so it doesn't take us 3 days to get there. And she goes, and then Sakura goes, well, we're all not like you, Naruto, we have the chakra and capacity to fly, you know. Naruto goes, that's it. And Kakashi's like, huh? And Naruto puts his hands together, and he goes, okay, each of you come stand in front of me one by one, okay, I have an idea. And you go, Kakashi's going, Sakura's like, what? And Kakashi goes, don't question him, Sakura. If Naruto knows what he's doing, he knows what he's doing. If this can help us get to our goal, then yeah. And Tamara goes, okay, I'll go first. So Tamara steps in front of Naruto, he places his hand on her back, and then she walks away, and nothing happens at first, but she didn't realize. And then he does the same to Sakura, Kakashi, and then Sasuke. And then what happens is Naruto jumps, and come on, let's go. And everyone's like, what? And they all jump, and they all begin like, what? We can fly? And Naruto explains, I put some chakra into your guys' bodies to allow you guys to have the ability to fly. Not only that, I used the wind style Dungeon Dragon Jutsu around you to pretty much allow you guys to fly. Now the chakra that's allowing you guys to fly is my own. And think of it as if you're using the shadow clone, but I'm pouring chakra into that to allow it to happen. And Sasuke goes, they get it, and Kakashi goes, oh, this is useful. So they take off and they all fly towards the hidden sand. Now they fly at really good speeds thanks to Naruto's chakra. And what happens is, I would say they'll get there fast, but what happens? it takes a day to get there now instead of 3 days. Okay, they land and Naruto uses wood style, pretty much the same thing as Yamato does. He does wood style, one wooden pillar jutsu house, wooden pillar, 4 pillar jutsu house, whatever jutsu does, the wood one. And Naruto makes that in the middle of the bush, which shocks Kakashi, Temari, and Sakura. Sasuke used to this, and they walk in. And then what happens is Naruto puts his hands together. A fire starts in the middle of the building where there's rockers, so they're warm, they're safe, and they get to sleep and rest. And what happens is everything from there goes near towards canon with the Katsuki having Gaara there, and they're drawing his chakra out and all that shit. And Kankuro is back at the hidden sand, getting like trying to assess what poison they had, what Chie's looking over the poison and all that shit. And when it comes to the next day, Kakashi, Temari, Naruto, all of them are awake. Naruto is really eager to get to Gaara to save him, like just in canon, you know. So when he summons the house, Naruto redoes the jutsu, he re-puts the chakra into them without needing to touch them again. He puts his hands together and infuses the chakra back into them, allows them, and Naruto takes off. They all fly again, and they all say, "Fuck, this is such a useful jutsu." And Temari goes, "Ha!" They're all looking at each other like, "Damn, you can do all this shit." And they fly off and everything like that. And what happens is, as they fly, Sakura asks Sasuke, "What happened to Naruto to get those eyes?" And Sasuke just pretty much says to Sakura, "He pretty much killed me." Sakura's like, "What?" And Temari hears this instead of Kakashi. Naruto hears this as well, but he's too busy trying to focus to get the Gaara. And Sasuke goes, "Yup, Naruto pretty much killed me when we had our battle, our last training battle. We went full power, and Naruto actually, for the first time, didn't hold back on me, and he destroyed my defenses instantly and hit me. The full force of the attack hit me, but luckily I had a defense capable enough to keep me together, you know, in a safe. Because if I didn't, I would have been dead. I would have been smashed into pieces." Sakura's shocked, like it hurt Temari, but Sasuke, "It's alright. I learned that day to humble myself when it comes to absolute power, not pushing myself past my means or being too arrogant no more. And not only that, I've got to see how powerful and truly powerful Naruto is, and not to ever underestimate him ever again." So Sakura's shocked, and she goes, "I see, so you guys are really close, really close." And Sasuke goes, "That idiot pulled me out of the darkness, alright." And Naruto goes, "Okay, enough talk, eggs," like laughs. "We're almost here." Kakashi goes, all of them were looking at Sasuke's story like, "Really, Naruto did this?" And yeah, so when they get to the hidden sand, the sand shinobi see a couple of people flying in, and at first they're about to react in a negative way, but Temari lands in front of them, and everything from there goes towards canon. But they've got there a day early. Okay, I'm gonna say they get there a day early or 2 days early. Okay. Tsunade dispatches Guy's team as well, so they're gonna reach the same situation as in canon time period. Okay, just letting you guys know. But when after this, she dispatches them and Naruto them land in the hidden sand. The clone of Naruto tells Tsunade that Naruto and them had the real version of them of him have reached the hidden sand. And Tsunade's like, "Thank you," and shocked that everything goes. And then from there, Naruto and them head towards hospital. Now, when Chio sees Kakashi and all that, and sees that Temari goes to conquer him, and Chio sees Kakashi, and so she's like, "Finally, I'm gonna get you, white fang of the leaf." Goes to attack him, but instead of Naruto instantly attacking or doing anything, Sasuke appears in front of her, catches their punch in the knee, and as he stops them, Chio looks right at Sasuke, and Sasuke has his Sharingan out, activates his Genjutsu right on Chio, and fuck, her world spins. Like endless word of like horrors that shocks her and scares her. Kakashi places his hand on her shoulder, tells him to stop, and he releases the Genjutsu, and she drops to the ground breathing. She goes, "Damn you, White Fang, I will get you," huffing and puffing. Naruto and them are watching this, but what happens is Lady Chio's brother walks up to him and tells him that that's not the White Fang. Kakashi explains, "Oh, that's my father, sorry." And she does that, "Oh well," laughs, giggles, all that bullshit. Sasuke and Naruto and they're like, "Damn, this woman." Sasuke's like, "Fuck, she's lucky." But when it comes to Sakura, she does the same with Conqueror. She goes to start evaluating and states that it's a metal-based toxin that's pretty much seeps into the muscle, and then she needs certain herbs and spices, you know, to heal him. So Sakura does. She goes to the room where there are herbs, and what happens? She asks Naruto to accompany her. When Naruto goes over, she goes, Naruto, are you able to use your wood style ability to what's it called? Make more of these herbs? And Naruto goes, I don't see why not. Naruto looks at the herbs and sees the composition with his Rinnegan, how the herbs look and out. And Naruto lifts his hand, and yep, what happens is, as he lifts his hand and waves it over the rocks, more of those herbs grow the same way, which shocks the Sand Ninja, and they're very grateful. And so Sakura makes more of the antidote and makes the way to keep the toxins out. And Naruto goes, may I help in any way? And she goes, oh yeah, you'll be actually quite useful, Naruto. You'll pick this up quite fast. She smiles, and they walk in, and Sakura does it, pushes the fluid in, and uses that fluid to extract all the poison out just like in canon. And Naruto sees this, and he goes, well, I can help you now, Sakura, if you want me to. And she goes, okay. And Naruto puts his hands together, and some water right in front of him, and a lot of water comes, and what he does, he changes the composition of the water with the same she does with the fluid, but he changes it on a more of a large scale, which shocks Sakura and Chio and everyone, because Chio's looking at Naruto and goes, what the fuck, the Rinnegan? And so is your brother. Everyone's shocked at Naruto. When Naruto's holding the water in the air with his left hand, and there's lots of it, and he places his right hand on Conqueror's chest, and then what happens is he turns his hand, and all his left hand, all the liquid enters Conqueror's body. But what happens is, thanks to Naruto's Rinnegan, he can see everything of Conqueror's chakra and pathways and everything, all the poison. And what he does is he makes the fluid go around, getting all the poison out, everything out. And as he pulls the poison out, Conqueror tries to scream and move really hard, but what happens is Naruto uses his left hand, now because it's free, to use his Rinnegan abilities to hold Conqueror down, and he pulls out all the poison, places it in a vial, and then Naruto places his left hand on Conqueror, and it begins to heal him. And it doesn't take long, but Conqueror heals, gets back to full health, and then that's where he explains the story. Okay, guys, but that's where I'm going to leave this what if, guys. I hope you enjoyed this catch up what if. I apologize it's taking me so long, but hey, it's coming out now, so please, as usual, like and subscribe, and Dr. Kahu is going to bring them out as I normally do with the Midge what if. Okay, so yeah, but as usual, this is Dr. Kahu, guys, saying peace.